I'm Sandy Steinman, president of Background Checks Express, your one-stop source for accurate, accessible, and affordable background checking. Because of the unbelievable increase in costly lawsuits against employers in violations of the Fair Credit Reporting Act in their background checking, we've decided to review the requirements that employers must follow. And by the way, if you think that I'm exaggerating the seriousness of the matter, I promise I'm not. In fact, just in the past week, Michael's, the large craft retailer, was slapped with a second class action lawsuit in the last year for FCRA violations. It is serious. Last week we looked at the 4 requirements for employers called the employer certification. This week we're going to look at the second requirement, and this is where employers start to get into trouble, the written release and disclosure form. Here's the deal, and I promise you it's not hard, but still we see lots of lawsuits against employers who violate this section of the law. Before obtaining a background check from a consumer reporting agency, the employer must obtain the applicant's written consent and also provide the applicant with a clear and conspicuous written disclosure that a background check may be requested. And it has to be in a standalone document in order to keep it from being buried in an employment application. Very important to note is it cannot contain any extraneous language such as a release of liability. We've seen numerous lawsuits in the last couple years in which employers arbitrarily, and I hope against the counsel of their background checking providers, decide to put additional language into the disclosure and release form. Trust me, this is fatal, and the odds are high you'll wind up as a defendant. Any competent background checking company like Background Checks Express will provide you with all the forms needed and will ensure that you use them correctly and without alteration. The truth is, we stay on top of the ever-changing legal environment and make it easy for you to remain compliant with the law. Next week, we're going to look at what you're required to do in the event you decide not to make an offer of employment. And this is extremely important. If you're an employer, I hope you'll follow this series of videos, because what you learn here could well keep you out of court or keep you from hiring the wrong person, and that's our mission. If you have any question about background checking, or want to find out how we can help keep you out of court and out of trouble, or need the forms to use when providing background checking, just feel free to call me at 844-SCREEN-NOW. That's 844-727-3366, or email me at sandy@backgroundchecksexpress.com. In the meanwhile, be safe, hire safe, and I'll see you in the next video.